Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Hope you're having a great afternoon. I'm back with my golden treasury of poetry journal, daily journal, junk journal, Fauxbonichi thing. And I'm back to do week 22. This is pretty much where we left off last time. And that was a party day that I didn't finish journaling about because that's how I roll. And so we're on May 28th, Monday, which was Memorial Day. We were having Victoria's graduation party this day, and it dawned a gray, cool, and rainy day, unfortunately. And of course, before the party, Victoria had to go march in our town's Memorial Day parade. She plays the trombone for her band at school. Well, she did. I guess at this point it's June and she doesn't anymore. But so I've got some pictures of her in the parade, and the background is some of the original book page from this book, and I did a little bit of collage from an Alice and Jerry book that had them talking about playing in the rain, and then there's a little picture of Alice, and I tore her out to put her in there. And when you flip the page, this is another photo collage of our party. It was all set up and ready to go. Let me see if I can turn it in case you want to see it. Whoops. There we go. That's not too bad. The nice old man relaxing by the fire pit after he worked his butt off. And of course, I didn't get any pictures once everyone got here because it was so busy. There were a ton of people here. But it did not rain, and it held off, and we had a fabulous day. Being Victoria, her theme, rather than being the burgundy and gold colors of her school, was pastel rainbow, and our food was catered Chinese food and a barbecue. It was different, but extremely appropriate for her, and it was great. It was really a lot of fun. So the next day was Monday the 29th. The background page is just the other side of that gift wrap from the gift my kids gave me for my birthday, and I had sewn in a photo sleeve with some of that. I love this trim from Hobby Lobby. It's just gathered fabric, which I could do all day long, but I don't know why. I like buying it on a roll from Hobby Lobby. I probably should stop that. At any rate, that's just sewn in there with the photo sleeve, and I did some journaling. It was the Academy Awards night at her school. Oh, sorry about the glare. And this is a photo from that night after the awards, and some more journaling on this side. And then the next page is more of that Galaxy paper, which I think is so beautiful. That's a Michaels paper pad, in case you're wondering. And the next page is May the 30th, and it's a junk mail envelope. Was it an envelope? I think it was. But I bound it in so crookedly. You can see I'd reinforced it with washi tape. Super crooked, and I just don't care. It's handmade. It's supposed to look that way. And I did some collaging with Jane Davenport napkins, serviettes, because I'm fancy, and some distress crayons in the background, some washi tape. Made a little tab saying that was May 30th was my girl's last day of high school. So I'm still having trouble processing that, I think. At any rate, so that was just talking about that day. And the next page was the back of that junk mail envelope. And again, this side you can really see how crooked it's bound. But again, don't care. That's fine. And just did a bunch of journaling. It was senior assembly day, so I put in this picture of Victoria and a bunch of her friends wearing their caps and gowns. And apparently I spilled some water on there, but you can still read it a little bit. And that was, senior assembly was tricky. And then that night they went off for senior night and had a wonderful time. That was a really good time. And then on the back, the robins that had made the nest on our deck, or our porch rather, had fledged. The babies had fledged on the 31st that night. And I had made a note about, wasn't it ironic that all the babies were leaving me on the same day? I'm not too sentimental, right? But at any rate, I have pictures from the time they built the nest up until the time they fledged, and the last little baby was on my other porch on the other side of the house on June 1st, I think, that morning. That was as far as he'd made it, and I had been watching him to make sure he was okay. And finally the dad, Robin, came and sort of shepherded him away and got him going, so that was adorable. But I'm going to make some kind of pocket envelope flip for all the photos that I have and put it in this back cover when I finish up May, which I do have an idea for, and that's coming up. I'm going to do a video on how I finish off this journal because I'm pretty excited. And I don't finish anything, but I might finish that. So that was Thursday the 31st, and I'm just going to pop into June really quickly. I'm not going to show you my whole Fauxbo for June, but I will. But for right now, the first page of June is an Edith Holden page, of course, that says June, because I'm Captain Obvious. And I just made a pocket down here with a vintage Rolodex card that I sewed on, and a little journaling card. And I made these tags that I made them on my Cricut, and I've been using them as my little date headers, which I really like. And so they just tuck right in there, and this is a scrap of fabric that I grabbed off my desk. And let's see, how does this go? Oh, you would turn it. Ha! Yeah, you turn the page, and it was baccalaureate night at school, and so I made a little flip on that page, and on the cover is my ticket to baccalaureate and Victoria's recognition award. I was so proud of her. And here are all the things that she was nominated and awarded, and I did some journaling on there, and then there's a photo of her standing up to get her awards, and a definition of baccalaureate that I cut out of a vintage dictionary. So that was the first. And then the second was Saturday, and it was gorgeous. My daughter and her cousin went out to Shabig Island, which is this beautiful island that's a little northwest of us. And my brother-in-law and his family own a cottage out there, and so the girls went out and goofed around on the beach for a while. And it had started out mostly cloudy in the morning and got very sunny and very hot, and poor Olivia came home with the worst sunburn. She was a sad, sad cookie. But at any rate, I also put down the ticket that she used. You have to take a ferry there. There's no bridge or anything, so that's their ticket. And this whole page is, I got the idea from Gail Agostinelli. This is genius. It's so much fun. I made, 300 of them, I think. And what you do, she calls it a faux front envelope, I think. I'll ask the nice old man to post it down below, or link it rather. But what you do is first you take the paper clip off, and then when you open it up, you have a little tuck spot over here, and I've got a photo in there, and I apparently didn't do the journaling. I have my Post-it though, and then I stamped some space for journaling, and then it opens up on this paper hinge, and you've got a whole nother flap over here. That was the night we moved Recreations upstairs partially because it was so gorgeous I couldn't stand being downstairs. So I did a bunch of crafting up there while the nice old man watched the news. And then this folds back up and just tucks under that dot. Isn't it the coolest thing ever? And when you turn the page, you have an envelope. Gail's genius. I think I'll probably do a video on my take of this because, as I said, I fell in love with it. And in case you haven't seen Gail's, I will show you a creation of my own. But again, I'll put the link down to Gail below because that is where I saw it. And this was Sunday the 3rd, which was, in fact, graduation. This is a picture of my darling. Haven't done the journaling yet. Story of my life. Are you shocked? And this is the package of M&Ms that her sister and I ate during graduation. And Victoria was texting me the whole time, I want that candy. I want that candy. So I went and bought her every kind of candy they had at the concession stand for after graduation. So that was Sunday, June 3rd, and that ends week 22. And I will be back shortly, I hope, to show you how I finish up the May. It's actually April and May Fauxbonichi, the poetry Fauxbonichi, because as I said, I have a great idea. So I'll probably turn that into sort of a come play with me video, a little tutorial. And then I'll do a separate one on how I made my June Fauxbonichi. And yeah, I better get crack-a-lackin' on that, as Dee Dee Willingham says, because we are now at June 26th. So if I want to catch up before July, I guess I better get going. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this hodgepodge of a mess, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, check out all the places you can stalk us on the interwebs, including Etsy, and look for Gail's video. And if you'd like to, come and join us on Facebook, Recreations by Brooke, because I post some freebies and things there as well. So I hope you all have a great night, and thanks again. Bye.